Hello guys, haven't recorded the video in a while. I'm gonna be speaking a little bit more quiet because it's late, and let's also test the mic of this phone because I got this phone a few months back, but I haven't recorded in a while, so I haven't even tested it yet. So far, the camera looks awesome, much better than my previous phone. But anyways, wearing the turtle right now, and I want to be talking about really quick about this Casio. And yes, the title is a little bit of a clickbaity. Let's get to that straight away. Is it better than G-Shock? Not really, but it's better value. And I will start with that. I ordered this watch from Amazon.com from the States. Basically, it was in some ridiculous price cut in half or something like that. Like it was like $22, I believe, and with shipping and VAT add on top of that, I think it got up to $43, which is quite a lot cheaper than anywhere in Europe that I could get it. So yeah, it depends on what price you get it for. But for that price, it's ridiculous. I mean, what you get is a watch that is not as big as a G-Shock. It's a little bit smaller, and especially if you have a smaller wrist like me, like 6.7 inches and something like that, and you don't want, for example, you might not want a really huge thing. Of course, there is the G-Shock Square and the new Casio, which are smaller, but not many more options. So you can see that this one is a little bit more subtle, a little bit less thick. It doesn't protrude on your wrist that much, and it looks pretty good on even a small wrist. As they say, above the bone, below the bone, whatever. I wear it like that. You can see that I've been wearing it because I get this from water here. We got this, we call it hard water, which has a lot of minerals and stuff in it, which tends to get stuck to the rubber of this watch. And not only this, any rubber watch. So I usually don't shower with watch. I have a dedicated watch for this. Not for showering, but for water stuff and doing stuff around the yard and having to wash the watch and stuff like that because it gets dirty, and also for timing the cold showers that I do. But yeah, my G-Shock started to look pretty messy from all the years and stuff like that, and I decided to basically tie it on a pole in the yard and see how how long it would last. And I decided to replace it with something that was a little bit more different, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money on a watch because I'm not in a great position for that to just spend like €100 on a G-Shock that I'm gonna trash around. So I decided to go with this. So those $22 in the States, I mean, this is the cheaper version. You can get it with the bracelet. It's going to be a little bit more expensive. It's metal, again, bracelet. Of course, it's going to be folded, but still, it's got a clasp and everything. Yeah, anyway. Well, this is the cheapest version. You get the rubber strap, but it still gets some metal here. This is real metal, it's not plastic. You get the screws, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know if they do anything or they're just for show, but they're real metal screws. You get some protection here because you can see that the glass, which is, I'm not sure, it's kind of cold. Actually, I'm not sure if this is acrylic or mineral. I gotta double check that. But what you get here is a watch that has 200 meters of water resistance. You get the world time. This is easy for me because everything is right here. Of course, the illuminator, you get the lamp, you get an alarm, you get a chrono, you get a timer. And what another thing is that here on top, which is, you can see that this is designed like a pilot cockpit or something like that. This thing on top is actually an analog clock. This is like the how is that, the Casio Royale? I don't remember the model number, something like AW-1200, but don't quote me on this. So basically you can tell the time. The light is kind of crappy, but yeah, You can see that it's now 10:35, and you can see the seconds, which is on top, and I click 36. This is very useful because when you browse through the settings, it always stays that. So even me with my crappy eyes, I can just go close to it and just see what time is it, even if I'm like using the chrono or something like that. But yeah, the watch is super legible. These digits are kind of bigger than a G-Shock, in a square at least. Let's compare so you can see the display. This is negative, so that's a minus. But anyways, even if it was a positive, it would be smaller. You get a pretty big date here, of course. I've got the daylight savings time feature. Also, forgot to mention, you got the 10-year battery. So basically, it's ridiculous. I mean, for $20. Yeah, especially if you're in the States, you get this like for $20 to $23 for free shipping or something like that. You get all of this thing. You get a watch that's gonna last you at least 6-7 years, even if you're super abusive to it. And if you keep it in a good shape and you're more like using it like a normal person, not trying to break it, this thing could last the time of the battery, and then you can just replace the battery and just keep using it. Because the good thing about this 200-meter water resistance that it's not sure like you're gonna go and dive with this watch or something like that. I'm pretty sure you can, except probably pushing the buttons at depth probably could kill it. But I mean, like serious depth, if it's just submerged and pushing the buttons probably won't do anything. Although I'm pretty sure that it states it in the documentation, you should never do that. But anyways, I have pressed the buttons multiple times when the watch is wet, and it's fine so far. As was my G-Shock, and it stated there in the papers the same thing. But anyways, the good thing is that the water resistance degrades with time. So if it may be 200 meters or 20 bars now, but 3 or 4 years down the road, it would be less. But with 200 meters, you get so much headroom that I'm pretty sure that even if 10 years down the road, you could probably still swim with this watch and go take a shower, and probably nothing would happen because it's basically overprotected. Fairly standard deal, Casio thing. I think this one is made in Thailand. Yep, it's made in Thailand. AE-2000W, stainless steel back. Super classic fare. You get your time, you get your world time. Seriously, this is Denver time. You can scroll from here. You get your alarms. You get 5 alarms, of course. Not that anybody uses those. I mean, we have phones nowadays, but anyways, you can use that. I mean, it's useful. You have the timer. It doesn't have the more advanced features like how to start and how to restart and stuff like that. And yeah, like the G-Shocks have something that is starting to beep the last 10 seconds and stuff like that. This is just a regular timer, but it's good enough. And it's 24 hours, so I'm pretty sure it's 24 hour. Let's check on that. Yep, it's 24 hour. And you can even set the seconds, which is actually awesome. This is it, and you have the stopwatch, which is fairly standard deal. You can see the hundredths of a second, you have a second, and you have this thing going on blup, 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 each second. I'm not sure if it's moving. If you go somewhere else, no, it doesn't show that you're in the chrono mode. But yeah, anyway, stop and hit the adjust. Let me show you the light. It has just one LED, bottom left. Probably this might be something that you don't like about it because it's not symmetrical, given one in each page, but that's super sufficient. And yeah, awesome watch, guys. If you need something to just have for doing some rough weekend stuff and for workouts, and you just want something to have a chrono and probably alarm and a good timer, and be able to tell the time if you're using any of the other settings, this is an awesome watch for that. And I just want to mention, if you're considering this, just know that compared to a G-Shock, the strap is a little bit thinner, feels a little bit more plasticky, I should say, and of course the buckle, it's smaller and plastic. But other than that, the watch is super durable, extremely nicely made. Everything is sharp, and this is Casio, guys. It's a good watch, and yeah, I mean it's an awesome little thing, and I think that absolutely unbeatable for the price. The value is amazing that you get here. And yeah, that's it. I think. Hope you enjoyed this one. And yeah, I will try to come up with another video. I have an idea. About this guy because I want to talk about something. I do think that these type of watches that Casio, and not only Casio, but I think Casio is the main company that pretty much, in my opinion, have reinvented the quartz watch in a way that is, I think, not talked about enough. So yeah, I'll try to make the time to do this. But yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, guys, and I hope the video is loud enough. I'm speaking close to the phone, but kind of quiet, so I hope it's not too quiet. Anyways, thank you again for watching, and if you have been sticking around with my channel even though I haven't uploaded video like in 6 months, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys, and yeah, have a good one.